time to get geeked up.
But for this one, I think we're going to do the obvious closer look at best all-time breakup movies.
Yes.
And
breakup divorce movies. I mean, there's the age-old love tale movie and movies that end at the altar. However, not that many breakup movies, which is, of course, what we're going to be focusing on more.
For sure. That's exactly what we're focusing on for. And I will kick this one off with a personal favorite of mine, the classic Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes, which I guess is a divorce classic, however.
That is the whole basis of the movie. Now, I've told the story, I think, on one of the episodes of the Geeked Up before, but I myself am a child of divorce. And like I said, when they really were advertising that movie when it came out, they were really focusing on more of it's just Robin Williams dressed up as a goofy old lady and not so much of it's a divorce movie with him and Sally Field breaking up.
Yep.
But when my parents told us, me and my younger sister at the time, that they were getting a divorce, me and my dad that same day went to go see Mrs. Doubtfire in the theaters. And literally in that film, they had the exact conversation with their kids that my parents just had with us. And I think it was my first time experiencing awkwardness.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I mean,
you
guys, first of all,
brutal.
your dad's definitely a victim of the times because, in the 90s at this point, you can't just fucking Google the trailer of Miss Doubtfire to see what it's all about. So, you literally go on the fact that, you've heard that it's a smash hit with Robin Williams doing a goofy voice, but who would have thunk that it was such a divorce tale in that movie about a father that'll literally never get to see his children, so he has to dress up as the English maid to have any relationship with their kids. And now here you and your dad are.
Yeah, watching this totally awkward movie. And then ironically enough, 6 months later, I had this 6'2" broad-shouldered nanny show up at my house.
But yeah, definitely tough pill for your dad to best intentions, but then all of a sudden fucking is wait a minute, this is what this movie's about?
Yeah, it really blew up into everyone's face.
Started off strong enough with the whole House of Pain opening scene. I mean, you're really... And all in all, it was definitely actually goes down as probably if we were going to do a celebrity go-to guy, Robin Williams, I might just go Miss Doubtfire for my personal life.
I mean, yeah, especially our age. For
yeah,
sure.
exactly.
Either that or Hook.
Yeah, I know, yeah, for sure. But definitely, but it actually is though not just for your own purposes of the story, but I guess is a divorce tale itself throughout the whole movie. So it would definitely fall in the list.
For sure.
But so I guess that's for you. I don't have as much personal ties to mine, but I'm gonna go. I guess for me, when I think of the definitive breakup movie, I got to go Swingers.
Oh sure.
And Barnes, you're totally money, baby.
You got those big claws and those big teeth. You don't want to hurt the bunny, dude. What a great call! 'Cause I guess that is the whole thing. Is Favreau is just 90s style bitching about his ex-girlfriend. How sad he is, and always waiting on the phone call.
For sure. And I guess great call as well that actually is a total 90s movie. And if we were doing an all-time 90s movie, not only is it a 90s classic, but literally down to them playing NHLPA every fucking scene. Yeah. And there's so many things that are so 90s about that movie. But the whole thing is, Favreau just total sad sack breakup. And then it's Vaughn and Vaughn's hilarious brother, right? Or is that Favreau's brother?
What's that? I think Vince Vaughn is just his best friend.
Vince Vaughn's his best friend, but then also they've got the other guy, that's Vaughn's brother, right?
Oh, what, Ron Livingston?
Yes, exactly.
That's right. He played Goofy in Disney World.
Yeah, I forgot that it was Ron Livingston. But yeah, so
That's right. That's such a good call. I wouldn't even consider that a breakup movie, but then when you look it up, of course it is.
Yeah. And then so that would be a couple different genres because that would also be a very L.A. movie. It's tons of L.A. references and an L.A. insider kind of movie,
Oh,
like an ode to LA.
I think that's another one where they're all supposed to be like actors too.
Yep. Yeah, all supposed to be out-of-work actors. They're like all playing the Kings in an NHLPA, and then go to Vegas. But we're getting sidetracked from the L.A. as the sad sack. I guess, can I give you another classic 90s sad sack? You know where I'm going?
I don't know.
But The Wedding Singer. Sandler and The Wedding Singer.
For sure.
Totally
distraught.
Yeah, totally distraught by his recent breakup. Ironically enough, happens to be the leader of a wedding band, and hijinks ensue. But then, of course, the turn with him meeting Barrymore on the plane rather at the end. So it's a whirlwind of emotions from Sandler. But
I'll keep with your '90s theme. I had something else I was going to say, but keep it with the '90s breakup theme. And especially like the sad sack in it's one of the subplots in 200 Cigarettes. But in 200 Cigarettes, Paul Rudd is all butthurt about just getting broken up with. And then the most 90s twist ever, the girl that's trying to like cheer him up is Courtney Love. But then when you find out the girl that broke up with him, when he runs into his ex and it's Janine Garofalo, it couldn't be more 90s.
Yeah, like, seriously.
Long-haired Paul Rudd all upset about getting dumped by Janine Garofalo.
Yeah. When he's for Garofalo being hotter than Courtney Cox for 10 minutes in the world. It was the 90s.
Yeah. Also in the 90s vein of it.
I mean, Courtney Love, rather.
John Cusack's High Fidelity.
Okay, yes. Definitely had it on the list. But
where he works at the record store and makes all of his top 5 lists. But
exactly, I was going to say all the mixtapes.
Exactly.
I guess me and you are really calling ourselves out for just being total 90s because everything we're talking about is so 90s. But
I'll keep it more modern then. I'll go with another classic breakup movie would be Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Okay. Definitely great call. Great call. All sorts of cameos in that one as well as, of course,
kind of put Russell Brand on the scene.
Russell Brand, that's of course. He really steals the show. But then also Bill Hader, who's like doing a Coronaville-style webcast character the whole time.
That's right.
Like him and his girlfriend are always there, like web chatting with them, making fun of him. Yeah. But who is that? So that's
Jason Segel.
Yeah, Jason Segel is he's the sad sack in that one, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, and then who brings him to Hawaii, where Sarah Marshall is on her like getaway retreat for it all?
Yeah, he meets Mila Kunis. Kristen Bell is his ex.
Yep.
Jonah Hill is like the bellboy or like the waiter at the restaurant.
Yes, great character for Jonah Hill. But what brings him out there again? I forget.
He's just going on like a vacation I think they were supposed to go on vacation together. And he just goes anyway to like relax.
Okay,
get it over with.
And then she's there, randomly there with like her current boyfriend or something, or the guy that he left her for. Huh?
Yeah, she's there with Russell Brand, is her new boyfriend.
Yeah. Exactly.
And again, Paul Rudd is the surf instructor.
All right, good call. Another character, another Paul Rudd break. Who would have thunk Paul Rudd in a rom-com? But
yeah, really. I got a niche.
I guess if you're going to give me one from more modern times, I'll give you one from more classic times. But classic, a breakup, a jilted love story to me. But how about Annie Hall? Great Woody Allen classic, where he's kind of like doing stand-up about his shitty romance life.
Absolutely. I mean, that's kind of like the quintessential, almost like the original Marriage Story kind of would be Annie Hall.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, definitely.
Really?
Definitely very cathartic, from Woody Allen. But Diane Keaton, Carol Kane, both with great roles in that one.
For sure. I'll kind of go back to the 90s. Now, I've never actually seen this one, but I mean, you can't think of a breakup movie without thinking of how Stella got her groove back.
All right, great call. I think I did. I'm sure I've seen it on like E! Network or whatever back in the day. But that was as well. We were talking about it on a recent episode, but a 90s phenomenon was how Stella got a groove back.
I think there's another. I guess I'll kick it back to the 80s a little bit, but another classic, really dark comedy, and actually directed by Danny DeVito, and he actually plays a divorce lawyer, but it's The War of the Roses.
Okay,
with Kathleen
great
Turner
call.
and
Yes.
Michael Douglas. Where
Yes.
they're the divorced couple fighting over the house, and to give you a Bradley Cooper spoiler alert, is they both end up killing each other at the end of this one.
Yeah, I mean, wow, big spoiler alert there. But yeah, definitely, classic, a breakup movie. But you're right, definitely kind of gets overshadowed by the crazy ending when you think or talk about that movie. But a definite breakup fueled movie.
Mm-hmm. For sure, yeah. I mean, that's the whole
I
plot
guess
of it,
for
too.
me, another classic one, but I guess in the same theme that you had brought up with Stella Got a Groove Back, one that I have never seen, however, one that I think you have seen, because you've brought it up before when we talked about this story, but so I was saving it, surprising you didn't bring it up, but Kramer vs. Kramer. I just know of that as the official divorce movie, however, never have seen it myself, so...
Meryl Streep, Dustin Hoffman, very much similar plot to this, where it's basically a whole custody battle. Except this one, you're definitely more on Dustin Hoffman's side, Kramer versus Kramer, because Meryl Streep leaves them, and she leaves the kid with him, and then like a year or so later, she comes back and she's like, "Look, I want custody of the kid too." And that's when they go to court in the big custody battle. So
interesting.
You're definitely more on Dustin Hoffman's side on this one.
So just right off the bat, a lot more like dramatized, puts a lot more like
sure.
stakes in it. This one is definitely more of a, like we said, down the middle. All right, so I just got a couple more, and they're both a little bit more contemporary. And one of them is a geeked up pick that we really should have touched on. Although I don't think me and you, and Stella Got a Groove Back fashion, I don't think me and you have seen the most recent Harley Quinn story, Birds of Prey, where her and the Joker break up. And then the whole point of the movie is Harley Quinn's post Joker breakup. I mean, that's a breakup tale, no?
Okay, I'm going to be honest. Just last week, I watched this movie.
Oh, did you really?
I really
All right,
did.
well, spoiler alert, or teaser alert there for the next Geeked Up episode. We're definitely going to get into this, but...
I will, but I didn't hate it.
All right, I mean, how did you like my Harley Quinn accent, anyway? Was that good?
I mean, I knew exactly what you were talking about the second when Mr. J. But, I guess another kind of geeky one that I'll just bring up, because it's actually a great flick, and it's got a geeked up fan favorite in the movie, even though he isn't being his usual comedic self. But, a paparazzi friend of yours is in this movie, Elijah Wood. But it's Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with Jim Carrey.
Oh, great call.
Pretty tripped out movie where him and his girlfriend and he's getting this procedure done where they're removing all memories of her out of his mind, so it's kind of got a sci-fi twist on it.
Yes.
So a lot of the movie takes place in Jim Carrey's mind, and then like halfway through, he decides he doesn't want to forget her. So it's a really tripped out movie, but it's
very
at its core,
all-time classic for
movie.
Jim Carrey, probably at his like dramatic finest. And I'd say at that point he had like done dramatic and movies, but really like a great role for Jim Carrey.
Ooh, baby, it's time to get geeked up.